Hello, my name is Maxine and I'm from the Property MetriX team. And today I want to talk to you about what is an equity deal. Okay, so I do have two properties that I want to compare. Okay, so the first property is this property that is based in Derby. It's a 3-bed terrace house for sale. Okay, so we're just going to look at some of the pictures of the property. So we've got the living room here, we've got one of the bedrooms, we've got the kitchen. The kitchen may definitely need, some refurbishment. Um, the cupboards, the flooring, just the windows, a little setup. We can see in the hallway here that, it may need, some new flooring, a little bit of paint as well. So we've also got another room here. We can see it hasn't got any flooring. It's got wood flooring at the moment. So the flooring will need to be done. You might not want pink. You might want to paint it. I've discovered that this is another room at the back. It's quite a small room, so what we call a box room. And we've also got the bathroom here. So the bathroom, you may want to, put a shower kind of unit in here, and also just do the bathroom panel, just make the bathroom look a bit more um, stylish, I should say. Okay, so the reason why I'm showing you these images of the property because we are going to go over the refurbishment cost as well. So I just want you to see the property in its state currently. So this is quite important for what I'm going to talk about next. Okay, so if I go back to see if I can go back. Okay, so it's a 3-bed property, it's a freehold. You can see this is the front of the property. So we call this a terraced house because it's got two properties on the other side. There's no gap in between. So this is a terraced house. Okay. Now, the property price is 115,000. As we can see here, it's 115,000. Now, this is what I want to discuss with you. So I'm going to go over to another property because I want to be able to compare and explain to you what is an equity deal. Okay. Okay, so this is the second property. This property is in Derby, in the same area, and it's 115,000. So the same price as the last property. And if we could just go look at the pictures. So these is the pictures of the property. You've got a bedroom here. I believe this is another bedroom. You've got the living room area here. You've got the hallway. It does need, some flooring, a little bit of paint, a little bit of updating. With this property, you can see that it's clear. So the other property did have, looked like it had tenants inside that property or someone was living in that property. So this property is empty. You can see with the kitchen will need, some refurbishment. We'll do another video about what is a relevant refurbishment. Some people will just rip this kitchen out and just say, "Oh, and we'll just put a new one." So we will go through another video in regards to that. So Anthony may go and do that. Okay, so with this property, you can see that it's quite bare, needs a bit of paint, carpet, and then we're practically good to go. You need a new kitchen, and some flooring also in the bathroom as well. So kitchen and bathroom is quite important in a property. And we've got the garden here. There was also a garden in the other property. Let me just switch back to the photo. There is a garden in this property. Oh, just up here, so you can see the garden. Okay, so with this property, I'm going to call this property 1, which is the 3-bed property. And with this, the second property, I'll call it property 2, and this is the 2-bed property. So the key factor that I want to draw your attention to is the price of the property, of what it is valued. So I have gone on to an evaluation site, and I have got if you can see here, I've put in the address of the property and the results of the property. And also this is the second property where we have the address and the results of the property. So I'm going to give you a breakdown now. Okay, so with the first property, as we said, it's 115,000. The lowest value at the current of the property is 96,000. So if the property is in quite a bad state, then the property value is about 96,000. With the property 2, the 2-bed property, the property value is 120,000. Okay. So if we go down and to the current value, so the current value of the property in property 1 in the state that it is in is £118,516. So if you're looking at refurbished cost of the first property, you may want to it depends on how you do the refurbishment, but these are some figures. It may not cost this much of 5,000, but you may want to do a bit more to the property, i.e. Probably rip out the kitchen and probably if want to redo the bathroom, if you wanted to, doing the painting, doing the flooring, depending on the type of flooring that you want to do. As I said, we will do another video on refurbishment cost and how to kind of navigate that, because you might want to do wood flooring, which is a bit more money, or you might just want to throw some lino down, which is a bit cheaper to do. So we're going to go back to the cost of the property and the value, because this is what the video is about. Okay, so with the property 1, if you was to buy this property at 115,000 and you was to put the refurbished cost at 5,000, then your total cost is 120,000. So bearing in mind that the current value of this property is 118,516, if you was to do the work, then we're coming to a total value of 120, which you wouldn't have any equity build within this property. You would probably be about down, if we do these costs, about £1,484 in negative equity. We will do a video about negative equity so you can get a better understanding of negative equity. But with this property here, is negative equity. So when you are buying property, you need to know how much value the property is going to provide for you and how it is going to fit in with your future plans, and is the equity that is currently in it, how fast is it growing. So we can see that if we look at the lowest value of the property is 96,000, and the current value is 118,516. If we go back to the valuation calculator, if you was to do this property up and make it like top notch, really, really stylish, an upper value of 141,000 is there, but we when it comes to the valuations of property, just got to be really careful, because it's the lender that will be coming out to the property to value the property when you decide to do the refurbishment. So if you then go and spend, a crazy amount and you're expecting the upper value, you may not get the upper value. So it's always best to look at the lower values, so you can base it on the lower values. So it's in that kind of region of what the current market is at that particular time. Okay, so we're going to go on to the property 2, which is the current value of this property is £143,343. So with this property, when we looked at the images, it just needed some, cosmetic work, new kitchen, flooring. It may not cost 10,000. It could cost 5,000. It could even cost you 2,000 with this property. So I've put 10,000 on there. If you really want to, get a nice stylish kitchen, might cost you 5,000, might cost you 7,000. Kitchens are one of the factors where it can boost your property value. So just bear that in mind. With the property refurbishment cost, just for example's sake, if you was to buy the property for the refurbished cost of £10,000, then your total cost is £125,000. Okay, so if you was to spend that on the property, the lowest value, as I said, is 120,000. So the total equity build with the current value in place is 18,343,000. So that is quite a big equity build from the first property. And just bear in mind, they're the same cost. And you might think, oh, let me buy the 3-bed property because it's got an extra bedroom. Value and price is another, is 2 different things. And we will be going over another video in regards to what value is and the price. But if we go back to what is an equity deal, based on if you was to, the cost of the property is 115,000. Both of them are the exact same price, but you are getting different values from the property and on the equity build that you'll be building if you was to buy the best property out of the 2. They're both terrace houses as well. And when you are looking at property, you'll be able to distinguish in a sense of, okay, what am I looking for and what equity build am I building in the property, because you do not want to fall in negative equity. Now, for the property 1 to be a nice kind of equity builder, you may need to be looking at, even though the cost is 115,000, the sweet spot for me will be going down to negotiate a price of roughly about 85,000, 90,000 tops in my price range. So you can currently have an equity build of, if it was 85,000, then equity build will be 28,516. If it was 90,000, then it will be 23,516 to be able to look at this property as a potential equity build of making your money work for you and not kind of falling into negative equity. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful in looking at the cost of 2 properties and trying to find an equity build and what to kind of look for. We will be doing some more videos on refurbishment cost, price and value. So stay tuned. Like and subscribe the video. Please leave your comments below so we can answer them. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy your day.